sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray. What would I do without Ron Wong in the studio now? He's my clock watcher. Hey, it's Saturday morning. I know some of you folks might have got a little confused last Saturday. We didn't come on for 15 minutes. I had me talk to Shelby about that. I don't know if she knows about it, but if you were trying on Saturday morning, last Saturday at 6 in Brownsville and Jackson and Memphis, Brownsville and Memphis for sure at 6, and Jackson at 6:45 was when we came on the air, but you got the whole show, so don't panic. I was getting texts and emails at 6 o'clock Saturday morning, wondering why we weren't there. Well, we had a little technical difficulty, folks, but we came on. Just bear with it. But Ron's pointing out we're kind of roll here.
Let's roll.
It is Ron. It is BW. Bonus Wong.
Triple bonus this
Triple
month.
bonus
Good
this
morning,
month.
everybody.
There he is. He's here sitting next to me. He's all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I know at least part of that. He's
Oh,
bright-eyed.
yeah. Well, I've got something I've got to do this morning.
Well, you got something to do every Saturday morning.
Well, yes, I do.
Yeah. So,
And I am down, I will be at Grenada Lake
yes, you
to
will.
cover a Mississippi Crappie Trail tournament. This is a brand-new tournament, and it's at Grenada, and basically it is a one boat, one man, one pole, no net, no live bait, no waypoints, no practice fishing 30 days prior to the tournament.
So they better be ready today.
That's right.
It's
an
today.
MLF-style tournament with an official in the boat weighing and documenting the fish.
And you'll be there.
Scoreable fish, crappie.
Okay, this is crappie, y'all.
Crappie only.
And we will have pictures of this, right?
Oh, absolutely.
On LROutdoors.com.
That's right.
Well, now, hold on now. We haven't even introduced the other guy yet. Let me.
Okay.
Now, you're so excited to leave. I know you can't
Well,
wait.
I've got things to do.
Got things to do, but this is also for Saturday, and we bring in our expert on the marshes and everything else of the National Wildlife Federation,
Yep.
our Vanishing Paradise Sportsman Outreach Coordinator. Boy, what a title. I wish I had a title like that. I always wanted one like that. Bill Cooksey from Jackson, Tennessee. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Ron. And I am calling in today from Dallas, Texas, and the DU Expo down here.
I thought you
right.
were. There's a lot of folks down there. All the DU folks are down there. I know that if they got to cross the bridge. So that's the main thing. You know.
Go by Cooper's Barbecue and get you some good
Right.
short ribs and brisket.
Only one place? I mean, there's a bunch of them down
Well,
there.
there's quite a few, but
spent
this
it-
place is really good.
You spent a year down there recently, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron has family down there, of course, too. That
Gotcha.
he looks
Well,
up in
I'm
the phone
going
book for any
wherever-
Quans or Wong in the phone book, and he goes and eats with them. You know, so
I'm going wherever someone is buying.
that's it. Well, Ron can handle
No,
that.
I'm not buying.
No. But Bill is down there, and also a lot of stuff going on with Bill. Ron just quickly gave a capsule, and we'll repeat that a little bit later in the show before he takes out of here. But Bill, a lot of things going on. I read in the Fishing Wire, which I love to read every day, by our good folks out of Brownsville, I'm assuming, that they put that together. But there were some things about an area that I have actually redfished down in that area before, in south of New Orleans. What was that article all about?
Well, the one you're referencing is the Mid-Barataria sediment diversion.
Yes,
and,
yes.
That's going on down in South Louisiana, as you said, south of New Orleans, down in the Delta. And this is going to be, we just had what's called the DEIS, and that's an environmental impact statement, and a bunch of public comment.
Yes.
People who are for it and against it and that sort of thing. And that has been wrapped up. And, we had a lot of sportsmen get involved in that and push this thing. This will be the biggest restoration project in the history of the world.
It's huge. I mean, money-wise, we're talking about, what, $18 billion or something like this? I mean,
No.
What is it?
It's more like $2 billion when it's all.
Oh, only two. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah.
But you're talking about okay, you've got a place that is now basically a lake,
yes,
huge open water lake to the Gulf.
That used to be.
And it used to be land, and over the course of the next 50 years, and this is a slow process, but all of it is. That's the way land is, how water is. But it's going to build approximately 60,000 acres of marsh.
Wow. Oh,
and,
60,000.
That's huge for those estuaries and for protection of the river and protection of the towns and infrastructure that we all depend on. I mean, we don't realize how dependent we in Tennessee and Mississippi and Arkansas are on the commerce up and down that river.
Well, you just go to the National Wildlife Federation and you can see that, and a lot of information. And you said there's something going on next week too. I mean,
next week, you still can't really get into Washington D.C. And we're having a virtual fly-in where we have different sportsmen from different states. This will be on behalf of Everglades Restoration, and some of the folks who are attending. Alan Hughes from Avery Outdoors and Bandit Holdings. He's going to be on with me representing Tennessee, and then Steve Bowman, our friend from Bass. From Arkansas, will be representing Arkansas to the the delegates there, and so that's going to be a lot of fun next week. And that's kind of some of the stuff we do to try to make these things happen, for sportsmen in different parts of the country.
Well, you're a maker of things happen person. That's what. Well, I guess we can give you that title. So we got a lot of things going on right now. We're getting close to July 4th and all the big holidays next weekend, and we will have a show next weekend, and we'll talk more about that. Today's show, we're going to talk to Jamie Bryant. He is the owner and tournament director for the American Crappie Trail, which Ron is heavily involved with and does all the great work for LROutdoors.com. We're going to talk to pro bass angler Caleb Kufal, who recently had a wire-to-wire win, the first champion on the Elite Series from Wisconsin.
Yep.
And that's his second win, but he won it wire-to-wire. Really interesting young man. We'll talk to him. Then we'll get our TWRA update from Amy Snyder-Spencer, because Safe Boating's getting ready to crank up next weekend. And the gray-beard adventurer himself will be in studio, Dale Sanders, on next June the 14th. As he celebrates his 87th birthday, he will once again attempt to paddle source to sea on the Mississippi River. And 87 years old, and he's going to do it for the second time. Really cool. And then at the end of the show, today's show, stick around, all you Arkansas listeners out there in Jonesboro, West Memphis, Marion, all you folks out there. We're going to have Austin Booth, who is the newly appointed 19th director in 106 years for the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, and Austin will be on the show with us. You're going to find it really interesting, Austin's background and how he did this about-face circle, a graduate of the Citadel, a law degree, member of JAG. I didn't see him ever on the TV show. I don't remember, but he's going to be with us at the end of the show. But throughout the show, we'll have Bill Cooksey from up in Jackson, Tennessee. And then, of course, we'll try to hold down Mr. Wong as he tries to get to Grenada and his journey. Do you keep a journal? Do you keep a journal? You should keep a journal.
I should, but I don't.
You should keep a journal Man, you're the most.
I really should, but
why don't you start right now? Start a journal. I'm just advising you to. What a book we could have, and I could make a lot of money by putting.
Can I not make any money?
Well, sure, but I'm thinking about me. Whether we could.
Well, you're going to promote it where I can get the money.
Yeah, then I'm going to write the forward.
All right.
I mean, I gave you the bonus Wong, triple Wong. I mean, golly, all the money that you're making. I'm really kind of. Is this the very first tournament for this group?
Yes, it is.
So, I mean, you're going to be there for the first of this, and 50 years from now,
right?
Say,
and you know what's interesting?
Yeah.
A crappie must weigh 1.5 pounds, 1.5 pounds to be a scoreable fish.
And how many fish?
Huge.
So they can catch as many fish as they are, as long as it's over 1.5 pounds.
But that's huge.
Well, that's huge.
That's a big crappie. Think about that.
Well, I'm thinking about it right now.
And so it's going to be very interesting.
It will
I'll
fill a
have
skillet.
pictures that I'll be posting on the water.
Okay.
I'll be out in a boat.
Okay.
Covering some of these anglers.
And so somebody.
That's so big it doesn't even taste good.
Well,
I don't know about that.
Depends on how big the skillet is, too.
Well, I'll eat 1.5 pounds crappie every day.
Every day. Just think that 360.
You would too, Bill.
Yeah, 365 days, a pound of crappie a day, 1.5 pounds crappie. Ron would weigh 478 pounds, if he did that. So, but anyway, Ron's heading down to Grenada. Bill's in Texas at the DU Shindig. I mean,
that's always a good thing. Yeah.
Oh, it's a big thing, and particularly this year. I know, Bill. And we'll talk about that. What's going on with you down there too? Let's take our first break. Then we'll be talking crappie right off the bat with Jamie Bright. We'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.